What's the deal, family? Welcome back to the Realist Action channel on YouTube. It's your boy Sean, and we here with another banger for y'all, man. So look, we got why Pikes Peak is the most dangerous racetrack in America, turn by turn. All right, man. So recently, I did a video. It was Ken Block's Hoonicorn. Ken Block's Hoonicorn did the Pikes Peak, right? So he did it, went insane, 1400 horsepower, 65 Mustang, went stupid on it, went stupid. After that video, y'all was telling me, bro, you gotta react to Pikes Peak. I never heard of Pikes Peak before, didn't know nothing about it, but too many of y'all, man, y'all was on my Instagram too going crazy. And Sean W. Tyler, by the way, send me the videos there. That's where the real ones, all the real ones is on my Instagram sending me videos right now. A lot of y'all pulled in. I've been saying this for like a week now. A lot of y'all pulled up, man. Keep coming through. Send me the videos, man. But y'all was in my Instagram going crazy. It's like, bro, you gotta do Pikes Peak. You gotta do Pikes Peak. You gotta do Pikes Peak. So we here. We checking it out, man. This is in Colorado. It's not too far away, actually. Like one day I might have to go hit a hill climb. Because I was saying in my other video, I was like, bro, I would love to do something like this. You know what I mean? In a professional manner. I'm not a hill climber. You feel me? But in a professional manner, experience this. And it's not that far away, so we might have to make that happen one day on a second channel or something like that. You know what I'm saying? Do some cool videos. So we here, man. We gonna check out the turn by turn. Like I said, it's in Colorado. We gonna find out why it's the most dangerous racetrack. So we gonna see what's going on. Send me some more videos in the comments. Hit me up on Instagram. All that good stuff. Twitter too. If you prefer Twitter over Instagram, Sean Tyler TV is my Twitter. So hit me on there too. I got a couple of y'all on there. That's pretty much it. Let's see what's going on.
You're looking at the most dangerous racetrack in America.
Yo, that's how you start the video? That's how you start the video. Y'all know how I feel about the starts, man. You gotta we gotta ease into it, man. They came out the fight just started, just haymakers everywhere. Like, bro.
At over 12 miles long, this course climbs through the Rocky Mountains up to the summit of Colorado's legendary Pikes Peak, 14,115 feet above sea level.
So
which starts as a simple road course on a public highway any old person can drive on.
Damn.
Turns into a dangerous trek above the clouds for the final leg to the finish line. On a mountaintop road with an average speed limit of 25 miles per hour, competitors tear down the track at 140 with no braking markers, turn indicators, or frame of reference for where they even are. Just sky in front of them, and 2,000-foot drop-offs mere feet to their right. One wrong move, and one could easily go over the edge.
Oh
my God! It's this, and one could easily go.
Bro, that's the same spot, bro. That's the same exact spot. Look, I don't care. I know some people in the comments, man, you pausing too much, bro. It's the same spot, bro. Hold up. Boom! Look at that thumbnail. You see that thumbnail? Fire right there. Fire right there. Oh, another one. Fire. Oh, another one. Another one. Oh, who is the burnout master of YouTube, man? What are we talking about? Anyways, that little spot right there, that's the same exact spot. God damn.
Go over the edge.
Oh my God!
It's this top section of the course that makes the historic Pikes Peak hill climb so dangerous. The first Pikes Peak hill climb was held in 1916, promoted by famous entrepreneur Spencer Penrose. Since then, the hill climb has evolved into an international competition featuring some of the most incredible race cars and superbikes ever built. Drivers and motorcyclists compete one by one for the best possible time to the top of the gigantic mountain. And a highway that takes the average person 1 to 3 hours to drive gets covered by these professionals in around 10 minutes. But Pikes Peak hasn't gone without seeing its fair share of tragedy. In 2019, the race's organizers suspended the climb's motorcycle division following the death of four-time winner Carlin Dunn in a crash near the finish line.
Oh,
but what makes the final few miles of...
Hey, rest in peace, Carlin Dunn, bro. I'm sure there'll be another. I'm sure there's plenty more names. Rest in peace to all riders. Anybody who was brave enough to take on the hill, be a part of the hill. Rest in peace. You feel me? Because it's bravery in that.
The course, one of the most death-defying challenges around, can be summarized by 4 things: the amount of unprotected blind turns, unstable road conditions, enormous altitude, and an unpredictable environment.
For me, I think the most difficult part of the road was the entire top section. You're well above tree line at that point, so it's really intimidating visually just because there's barren cliffs everywhere you look.
That's Tommy Boylo, a professional race car driver who competed in his first Pikes Peak hill climb in 2019, when he was awarded the race's Rookie of the Year prize. We spoke with him, as well as IndyCar driver and Pikes Peak veteran J.R. Hildebrand, about just what makes driving on top of this mountain so dangerous. To start with, there's the absurd amount of blind corners, 156 to be exact, throughout the entire Pikes Peak race course. But the most terrifying ones can be found at the top.
It is incredibly dangerous. I mean, there's...
Bro, if you don't got good vision, them blind corners is deadly.
No guardrails.
Anywhere you are.
The majority of the corners, the speeds are incredibly high.
Unlike a typical track, the majority of turns lack barricades.
Yeah,
One mistake at a hairpin bend can send you hurling over the edge thousands of feet, like driver Jeremy Foley in 2012 when his car lost grip of the road. Miraculously, Foley and his co-pilot, Yuri Kuznetsov, both walked away from one of the race's worst crashes in recent history.
Bro.
There are other forms of motorsport that have similar, maybe it's trees off the side of a stage rally or, a water hazard or something like that. Even driving at the Indianapolis Motor Speedway, where maybe we're going to get it, I might hit the wall at 200 miles an hour. But this is very much like in your face that there's only one thing is going to happen if you go off track, and it's not good.
Not good at all.
You have to memorize all 156 corners.
Isle of Man is crazy too, man.
Very, very similar, where sometimes you're coming to a corner at top of 4th gear and got to carry 120 miles an hour on exit, or there's another corner that looks almost identical, but you have to slow down to a 1st gear hairpin on exit.
Just memorizing the circuit and being familiar with it initially is one of the most difficult things to do, and I think is as difficult to do there as it is anywhere in the world. Coming from a road racing background, you don't have any of those kinds of markers, sight lines that you're used to. You don't have braking points. There's nothing that's kind of telling you what's coming up or how close you are to the next corner or any of those kinds of things.
Then there's the change in altitude.
Yeah, when I was watching the Hoonicorn video, I was like, bro's really just out here, or the Climb Kana video, I was like, bro's really out here just in the elements. Like, there ain't no, you just really up there. That's it.
Pikes Peak stands at a height of 14,115 feet.
For real.
That's equivalent to the length of almost 39 football fields. For anyone whose body isn't acclimated to the elevation, altitudes this high have very noticeable effects on the human body because of the intense decrease in oxygen levels. These effects can range from simply poor athletic performance to dizziness and dehydration. But for motorsport athletes, even the vehicle can be affected that high up.
You are combating this element of altitude. So not only is the car working differently at the top than it does at the bottom, it's not making as much horsepower, but the tires are kind of smoked from having gone through this whole run up the hill. The aerodynamics aren't working as well because the air is less dense, but also physically you're experiencing this dramatic change in altitude over the course of the event. I mean, you're ending at 14,000 feet, which feels like maybe you've had a couple of beers when you get to the top just from kind of it being so high up.
I am kind of fortunate being local here. I grew up in Colorado, so I'm used to the elevations. So my blood oxygen saturation is much higher than most other drivers. You get a lot of drivers that come in from different countries and states, and they tend to struggle with the elevation a little bit. So that in itself is a bit of a risk, just because your body takes time to adapt.
Yeah,
just to kind of eliminate any excuse or any errors that we could have. I did run an oxygen bottle inside of the car, which is really common. The majority of the guys, especially the front-running guys, we all run oxygen inside of the car directly into our helmets.
Drivers at the top of Pikes Peak are also in danger of unpredictable road conditions that don't compare to what racers find on your average circuit. The highway is regularly hit by rough weather, but doesn't receive the same treatment that other streets or professional tracks do to ensure safety. The freezing temperatures at the top of the mountain don't help either.
The The road itself isn't maintained the same way that a proper racetrack would be. There's no street sweepers going out there to make sure there's no gravel. Being a 14,000 foot tall mountain, I mean, you get a lot of snow and water that runs across the road in different places and things like that. But also up that high in the elevation, the road tends to warp a lot through the freeze-thaw process throughout the winter. So even during race week, there would be a bump that would develop in one corner that wasn't there the day before.
Oh, that's not it.
Even
that's
changes
not
to
it,
the
bro.
Be a bump that would.
You can't be running into bumps. You right off the side of no man's land. You know what I'm saying? Like you can't. You see that shit was. Nah, buddy. Nah, that ain't it. That ain't it. Hey, sign me up for the summer runs. Sign me up for the summer runs, man. I'll be there. Nah. Buddy.
Developed in one corner that wasn't
That's
there.
not
the day
it
before.
right there.
Even changes to the road expected to make it more safe didn't help at all. In 1998, environmental organization the Sierra Club sued the city of Colorado Springs, alleging that gravel erosion from Pikes Peak Highway caused water pollution. The city was forced to pave the entire dirt and gravel highway, something that would only make the historic race event even more dangerous.
People think that driving on the gravel is more dangerous, but in reality, the speeds are much lower if you're driving on that dirt surface. And effectively, the racetrack itself is wider. So by getting that pavement placed all the way from top to bottom, the speeds went drastically higher throughout the entire
Super high
run.
As we think about it in kind of motorsports terms, you're pulling more G's through the corners because it's paved, the cars have more grip. You might be in more control doing that, but because you're generating more load, a little mistake can really, move you off the track by a lot more.
And from the weather to the environment, all bets are off at the top of Pikes Peak when you're driving through the Rocky Mountain wilderness. This means storms at the top of the mountain that roll in at a moment's notice on race day. And in some extreme situations, unpredicted encounters with wildlife.
I went down to Pikes Peak last year to hang out with Travis Pastrana, and on his run, he got up kind of to where a tree line breaks, so you're talking 11,000 feet or something. Started pouring rain for 8 corners going through these W's going up the hill, and then he got above that and it was clear.
Smoke break. Fuck it, bro. We in here. Let's box it up. Roll the windows up, bro. I got my little thing. Got my kit, bro. We about to spark up, bro. Hot box sessions real quick. Take a little break. Cause I'm cool on this. And if this don't stop and we still gotta keep going up, I might as well be, a little lifted. I might as well be as high as the elevation is. I might as well. If it's raining like this. Shit, smoke break. Fuck it, bro.
Again. So then he kind of gets back on it, and then he came through a blind corner and there were mountain goats all over the road. And so that's just, you hear crazy stories like that all across the board from people.
But despite so many life-threatening hazards that come with driving a race course like Pikes Peak, professional drivers continue returning, and the number of entries keeps increasing. It's an eye-opening, once-in-a-lifetime experience for those who partake, even the spectators. The race is incomparable to that of any in the world, and the level of danger can't be found on any other American race course. But with so much history behind the race, the esteem that comes with being crowned king of the mountain, and the adrenaline rush that comes from driving on the edge of certain death, to drivers this competitive and in love with the sport of racing, the rewards far outweigh the risk.
Right. Hey, man, just like the Isle of Man TT, the most dangerous motorcycle race in the world, look, you do it for the vibes, bro. You here for the vibes, and if you go out doing it, you go out doing it. You know what I mean? But everybody goes into it knowing that's what comes with it, but you do it for the vibes. People go skydiving all the time. You know what I mean? You jumping out of a plane in hopes that some other person who's carrying a whole nother person is gonna do what he's supposed to do so both of y'all survive. Wouldn't be no different than saying I'm about to roll with a professional who races this 10 times a year. You know what I mean? 1 time a year competitively. And I'm about to just join in on that and hope that the same thing happens. Ain't no different, bro. You just do it for the passion. You do it for the vibes. That's it. Anyways, man, should be some more videos. I might do a Pikes Peak hill climb, race kind of video, or a crash comp. Whatever you guys want to see, let me know in the comments. Hit me up on IG for sure with that, because somebody hit me up on IG with this. And that's it, man. I love y'all. I appreciate y'all. Keep it real, real, rare. We'll always reach everyone next time. Peace.